Hi all, it's Catherine from Teaching in the Dark. Thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. On this channel, you will find videos all about teaching English as a second language online, adapting to life as a legally blind person in a sighted world, and generally making life awesome, because it really should be awesome. Excuse the sound of the wind if you can hear it. It's very windy today. I live in Maine and it is April, and April is generally a very windy month up here. So today, instead of talking about teaching ESL, which is something I do love to talk about, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how to help your blind friends and neighbors during this time of physical distancing. As you know, we all are at a place where we really need to stay 6 feet away from each other in order to keep ourselves and our families and neighbors safe and to help stop the spread of this virus as much as we possibly can. And that is something that is very difficult for blind people because we can't see you coming. We don't know that you're there, and our dogs are not trained to stay 6 feet away from other humans. Normally, that's not a problem. We don't really need to stay that far away from each other. And this isn't a permanent state, so it's not something that we're going to have to do from now on. It's just something we're having to do in the moment. So this isn't something that is likely to be added to the guide dog's training in the future. It's very much an in the moment, ooh, wow, who knew this was coming kind of a thing. So when you see a person coming who is working a guide dog, let's see if, Caleb, sit, yeah, sit, can you sit? Caleb, sit, good boy. So this is my guide dog, Caleb. He comes from Guiding Eyes for the Blind in Yorktown Heights, New York, and I will link them in the description box down below. If you would like more information, they are an amazing program. As you can see, he is wearing a harness, and it has a nice sturdy handle up here. Many guide dogs wear a leather harness like this one. There are some that use a nylon harness, but for the most part, you're going to see guide dogs wearing this style of leather harness. The color tape on the handle might be different. It does vary from school to school, but in general, this is what it will look like. If you see someone who is working with a guide dog, please help us. Please help us. Our dogs don't know to stay farther away from you. Our dogs don't know that there are lines to get into stores now. They were trained to find the doors to the buildings, and they do that very, very well. What they don't do very well is stand in line or acknowledge that there is a line. Even during normal times, our dogs are very bad at realizing that lines are things to stand in and wait in. They have a tendency to bypass the line because in their minds, it's an obstacle. Oh, hang on, stay up here. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. You sit. Yes, good boy. Good job. If you see someone with a guide dog who is heading towards the entrance to a store and there's a line, please do us a favor and let us know that the line is there. Help us find the end. Help us be safe in that way, and also help us to respect the line and respect where people are. It's not that we want to skip in the line. It's not that we want to cut or move ahead or ignore the line. We just don't know it's there, or we don't know where it is. So please, if you see that, don't think that we're intentionally ignoring procedures. We don't know what's happening, and it's very frustrating as a blind person to know that there are expectations, there are social expectations to act a certain way or be, be in line or not not bypass lines or people, but to honestly just not know what's happening or where the line is or what the expectation actually is. To know there is an expectation, but we don't know what it is all the time. So it's very helpful if you can help us, please. Um, Most blind people that I know very much appreciate that. I know I very much appreciate that when someone just kindly says, "Oh, excuse me, the line is over here," or um, something along those lines. It's very helpful. Also, when we are going out for walks, and if you're lucky enough, as I am, to live in an area where the population is not super dense and we are able to still get outside a lot and go for walks, it's also very helpful whether you are approaching from in front of us or behind us. It's very helpful if you can announce your presence. What are you doing? Okay, he's going to just turn around now. Oh, there we go. There we go. Good boy. It's very helpful for us if you can let us know that you are approaching. Um, and it's also helpful if you do just step away. If because we can't see you and don't know exactly where you are, even if you do announce yourself, it's very difficult to know exactly where we should go in order to maintain that physical distance. And so if you can um, be the person who moves away from us, that is incredibly helpful, and we do very much appreciate it. I know that's something that I was very nervous about um, when going out for walks shortly after the quarantine and the physical distancing started really in force. And thank you, buddy. That's something I was very nervous about, was just not being sure where people were going to be and how I was going to handle being able to physically distance when I wasn't sure where people were. And in my area, everyone has been wonderful about making sure that they help me maintain that distance. But it is a helpful thing if you can do that and just announce yourself, because if I know you're there and I know that you are actually moving away from me, I would love to, acknowledge that, say hello, say thank you. And many other people that I know would love to do the same. So if you can, that would be fantastic. Also, in enclosed spaces, whether that's in a store or on public transportation, buses and the like, it is also helpful if you can announce yourself so that we know that you're there. And also, if it's possible for you to be the one who moves away from us, again, it's very helpful because we just don't know that you're there. And sometimes, especially in smaller, more enclosed spaces like stores or buses, we honestly just don't know where to go. We're trying to stay away from you, but we're trying to make sure we stay away from other people. And very often there are displays or shelves or seats or any other number of things in the way. And even with our wonderful dogs, it's very difficult to know where to go in order to maintain that distance. So if you can help us in that way, it would be very much appreciated. Poor Caleb is very uncomfortable here. We're almost done, bud. One final thing, not all blind people work with dogs. Some do have white canes. And just so that you can see it, this is what a white cane looks like. Sometimes the tip is a different color. Sometimes the red tape here is a different color. But in general, this is what you will see, is a white cane with a red tip and a black handle. It's very long, and there are different styles of using these, but if you see one like this, it means that the person using it is either blind or visually impaired to the extent that they need to feel around to make sure they're safe. So if you see this, it also means that the person using it is is blind or visually impaired and likely does not see you and likely has all the same concerns and difficulties as someone who is handling a guide dog. So please help your blind friends and neighbors be safe and healthy. Please help us to keep our friends and families and neighbors safe and healthy by maintaining a good physical distance, and let us know that you're there and that you are helping us. We would love to say hello and thank you. Right. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this videos, please give it a big thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so that you are notified every time I come out with a new video. And my dog is melting. And let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this video, if there is more information that you would like to learn about guide dogs or about blindness and how different aspects of life work as a blind person. I would love to hear from you and to know what you think, to hear your questions. So thank you very much. I hope you all are safe and healthy and have a wonderful day. Bye.